Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Gurumegala, Assistant Professor from the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, JJ College of Engineering and Technology, Trichy. So I welcome you all for the session where we are starting a new journey with DevOps. So I hope you all probably have heard this term DevOps before because since 2020 it is radically transforming the entire IT industries. So knowingly or unknowingly, we all are experiencing the benefits of DevOps in our day-to-day life because every day we are using so many software applications, be it WhatsApp or Instagram, Facebook, Zoom, Netflix, and so on. So all these software applications are created on the basis of DevOps. So now let's start our learning on DevOps. So first topics we are going to cover on DevOps essentials. So as to get a thorough understanding on DevOps concept, we must be clear about three certain concepts. One is software development, and another is a software development methodology, and what is the role of DevOps in software development, right? So software development is a set of process or set of activities that are used for creating a software inside an IT industry. So it consists of various activities and they are done in the form of teams. So it starts from requirements gathering, designing, coding, testing, deployment, and maintenance. So the next coming to software development methodology, it's a framework or it tells the way how these teams should work so that the company may be able to deliver high quality software in alignment with the customer requirement. Coming to DevOps, so this single word DevOps has been framed from two words called development and operations. So here Dev stands for development, Ops that stands for operations. So here development means it refers to all the activities which are involved before the software deployment process. And coming to operations, so it refers to all the activities involved after the software deployment at the user end. And so currently we are using DevOps system for creating software applications. Before DevOps, there were so many software development methodologies. So among that, waterfall and agile were most commonly used models. So some V model, spiral model, and other models also used. But most impactful methodologies were these waterfall and agile. So under this waterfall model, so all the teams will be working in a sequential manner. It's like how a waterfall falls from top to bottom. So in that similar manner, all the teams will be working in a sequential manner. So at the end, the company will be delivering the software to the customer. So many complications such as communication gap, delayed software delivery, higher risk at the end, and customer dissatisfaction, and potential errors detection at the end. So the people move to another advanced model so as to get rid of all these negativities. So that model is called agile. So since till 2009, so this agile was effectively used by so many IT industries. So here also a team of members will be working to create the software, but in parallel manner and in iterative fashion. So in the waterfall model, every team will be working in a single run so to create the software. But here the software will be segregated into different chunks, and the teams will be working on every chunk in parallel, and every iteration will work on every chunk. So at final, they'll obtain the software application as their products. So here also, there were many challenges, same as of waterfall model. They produced only insignificant improvements. So the people try to bring up with new models. So by getting so much of frustrations, one brave man called Indian consultant an idea called the DevOps where the development and operations teams are combining together and working together so that they may attain the perfect result at the end. So these are the issues for Harvard development methodologies evaluation. So in the year 1970, waterfall model has been proposed by Mr. Winston Royce, and in the year 2001, Agile came into picture. And after that, 2009, DevOps was introduced by that Patrick, I am a Belgian IT consultant. So, in the consecutive years, this DevOps has gone through so many advancements. Now, we are using DevOps as a most polished version, and it is yielding its fruits in so many various directions, right? So now we can conclude that what DevOps is. So it is a methodology where the both development and operations are combining together by means of various activities such as collaboration, automation, continuous testing, continuous integration, continuous delivery, and continuous monitoring towards delivering a high quality software rapidly and reliably. That is in alignment with the customer requirements and within the stipulated period of time. Then, how did DevOps evolve? So, we already mentioned that it was introduced by a Belgian IT consultant in the year 2009. So, by getting so much of frustration by using these already available tools, methodologies, so they came up with this idea. And why modern organization needed DevOps? So we all know that we are living in a society where the changes are increasing. So in order to accommodate this ever-changing needs, that organizations are forced or insisted to create software. So the organization are expected to develop their software quickly, tested continuously, deployed automatically, monitored continuously, and updated frequently. So these are the things which are being expected from the customer side from an organization. The reason is the rapid growth of cloud computing, mobile applications, artificial intelligence, and e-commerce. So the previous methods such as waterfall and agile are not capable of accommodating these ever-growing needs. So the DevOps came into picture. Now we are using the polished version of DevOps, which has been created in a futuristic way. It's scalable. All right. Then we are moving to DevOps principles, breaking the silos and building faster. So breaking the silos means in the previous methodologies, all the teams will be working independently. So each team will be knowing nothing about what other teams are doing. So here, not like that. So breaking the silos is breaking the wall between the development and operations, and so that it helps building the products faster. So DevOps system has eight principles, right from collaboration, automation, continuous integration, continuous testing, continuous delivery, continuous monitoring, continuous feedback, and the continuous improvement. So all these principles are being executed with the help of various advanced tools such as Jira, Maven, Gradle, Docker, Kubernetes. Right? We will discuss about that shortly. And so, what is collaboration? So here all the teams, as I already mentioned, the software development process, so all the teams must come together and work in a collaborative manner towards the same goal. So this is the motive of collaboration and automation. So when it comes to a software product development, so the majority of the codes or a majority of the chunks of the software project will be repetitive. So this concept ensures that all those repetitive works must be automated so that we may reduce the human effort and we may reduce the time. So there is continuous integration. So here the features or operation must be continuously integrated into the software product. Then continuous testing means so immediately once the data is integrated inside the software, then the testing must be immediately started and finished. Then continuous delivery means the software must be always deployment ready. So this principle ensures that criteria. Then continuous monitoring means so the monitoring team will be on this functions supposed to ensure that there will be no server failures, performance bottlenecks, security attacks, memory usage, CPU utilization, and application errors. And continuous feedback means the organization or the company will start collecting feedback through various forms, such as users, customers, monitoring systems, technical support teams, so that they may work on that those feedbacks and they move further with so much of improvements and continuous improvement. So this process is being done with the help of the already collected feedback. These are the eight principles, and it leads to this purpose. So collaboration is for teamwork and automation is for reducing the manual work as well as the time. Continuous integration is for merging the code frequently. So continuous testing is for detecting the defect at the earliest as possible. Continuous delivery is to keep the software as deployment ready. And continuous monitoring is to observe application performance. Continuous feedback is to improve the software using inputs, and continuous improvements for enhancing every release. So DevOps cultures. So with that, I'll put a scenario here. So here, team of cricketers are playing in the playground. So they are having so many equipments like a stamp, ball, and bat. So you consider the scenario. So to win the match, so all these guys are having very costlier bats, stamp, and balls. So even though they have much costlier equipment, without a culture, they will not be able to win the match. So in that same similar manner, so even though DevOps has so many eight principles, without culture, we will not be able to produce the high quality software. So here the DevOps has a forms model which tells how the principles must be accommodated toward the software product process. And here, C stands for culture, A stands for automation, L stands for lead, N stands for measurement, S stands for share. Here, culture means how the software development team must cultivate themselves in a culture. So, in the previous methodologies, what are the cultures means? So, whenever an error occurs, so the team will start blaming each other. So, this is your fault, this is your fault. So, these are the culture in the previous methodologies. But here, Divya very curiously and both psychologically and technically frame this system. So here, this culture tells that instead of blaming each other, we all sit together and to solve this error in a collaborative manner. So automation means, as we already discussed, automating every repetitive work must be automated each and every time so that it may reduce the human effort. And lean means eliminating the unnecessary processes. That is for when it comes for an update. So every team member will sit together. So they will discuss. So if there is any unnecessary process in the planning, so they will try to eliminate in the first itself. So this is called a deal, and measurement means. So the other words we can call it as a monitoring. So the performance level, the performance of the software must be monitored in all aspects. So this is called the measurement, and sharing means, so we already discussed that this is a collaborative working methodology. So every team must know each other. So a member from planning must know what is the testing team is doing. So for that, they are sharing their knowledge to a common repository and through possibly cloud platforms services like AWS. So like that. So this is the culture upon which all the principles are executed as per the now. So this principle and this culture that is called model ensures that the company is well able to produce the high quality software to the customers with the expected requirements and within the stipulated period of time. So I hope you have understood all this concepts thoroughly. So in our next class, we will be looking into DevOps life cycle. So, in conclusion, what the here, DevOps is not at all a tool, it is a methodology by which a software application is created inside an industry. And the culture, automation, lean, measurement, sharing, these are the five pillars of DevOps software development methodology. So, if you're having any doubts or any queries, you can contact me through this mail ID, and we will meet in our next class. Thank you, guys.